In this podcast episode, Dr. Tommy Wood shares his deep insights on dementia prevention, brain health, and the powerful role mindset plays in aging. The conversation spans the latest research on how a significant proportion of dementia cases are potentially preventable, the importance of cognitive stimulation across the lifespan, and the interplay between biological supply and support systems that underpin brain function. Dr. Wood also discusses societal attitudes toward aging, the impact of social connection, and practical strategies for optimizing cognitive performance and recovery. Dr. Wood explains that recent studies estimate between 45% and 70% of dementia cases could be preventable. The 45% figure originates from the Lancet Commission's Dementia Prevention Reports, 2020 and 2024, while the upper 70% estimate comes from research using UK Biobank data assessing modifiable risk factors such as smoking, obesity, hearing loss, and head trauma. These estimates rely on statistical models analyzing the population-level impact of eliminating these risks, though they acknowledge the complexity and overlap of risk factors in individuals. Despite this hopeful statistic, resistance exists because many interpret the message as implying personal blame for dementia, especially those with family history or affected loved ones. Dr. Wood emphasizes the idea is not about blame, but about recognizing that environmental and societal changes have the potential to reduce dementia risk, and that individual actions can also contribute positively. The episode delves into how societal beliefs shape expectations about aging and cognitive decline. Dr. Wood critiques the enduring influence of Sir William Osler's early 20th century notion that people become useless after age 60. While this view may have evolved from historical life expectancy realities, it has deeply ingrained ageist stereotypes that promote expecting decline as inevitable. Drawing on stereotypes embodiment theory, these expectations can create self-fulfilling prophecies by discouraging activities that maintain or enhance cognitive and physical function. Dr. Wood highlights research showing that many people maintain cognitive abilities well into their 70s and beyond, underscoring that the brain remains adaptable and capable of improvement throughout life, countering fatalistic narratives about aging. The discussion explores intriguing examples from cultures where aging is associated with gaining strength or faster physicality, contrasting the typical Western decline narrative. The profound impact of mindset extends to physiological regulation, with evidence showing that expectations about aging, health, or behaviors strongly influence outcomes. The episode mentions Ellen Langer's pioneering research on how beliefs and attitudes shape physiology, such as how one's perception of sleep quality or exercise effort can alter actual physiological responses. Dr. Wood argues that fostering a positive mindset about aging can empower individuals to engage with cognitive and physical challenges, creating ripple effects across health outcomes. Dr. Wood elaborates on the critical importance of social environment, connecting social isolation and perceived social rank to immune function and chronic inflammation. He references work from researchers at UCLA detailing how social stress and lower perceived social status produce physiological changes similar to those caused by loneliness, which elevate inflammation and increase risk for chronic diseases, including dementia. The episode highlights that social media amplifies these harmful effects by constantly exposing users to upward social comparisons, promoting feelings of inadequacy and stress. Dr. Wood shares personal experience reducing social media use to improve well-being and points to research showing well-being increases after sustained reduction in social media exposure, especially when replaced with real-life social engagement. A core framework presented by Dr. Wood is the 3S model: stimulate, supply, and support, which integrates neuroscience research and practical coaching experience to optimize brain health. Stimulus involves meaningful cognitive engagement, such as learning new skills, social interaction, and complex multisensory activities that drive neuroplasticity. He emphasizes that the quality and type of stimulation matter more than mere quantity of inputs, distinguishing meaningful learning from passive or unidimensional activities like mindless scrolling. This stimulation activates brain networks that are crucial for attention, memory, and executive function, and can include a wide variety of interests, from music to dance to gaming. The supply aspect concerns delivering essential nutrients and maintaining cardiovascular health to fuel brain activity. Blood flow, oxygen, glucose, and key micronutrients like B vitamins, vitamin D, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidants are vital. Dr. Wood explains neurovascular coupling, where stimulated brain regions demand increased blood flow, making metabolic health a cornerstone of cognitive function. Support emphasizes recovery processes such as sleep and hormonal balance that allow the brain to consolidate learning and adapt structurally. Sleep is highlighted as the critical time for cementing new neural connections. Avoiding factors that impair support, chronic stress, smoking, excessive alcohol, and inflammation is also necessary. The interconnectedness of these three components means improving one enhances the others, producing positive feedback loops for long-term brain health. The conversation moves into practical strategies, emphasizing starting with one high-impact change tailored to individual circumstances, rather than overwhelming lists of recommendations. Through examples from Dr. Wood's work with elite athletes and amateur competitors, he illustrates how optimizing support and supply can be more impactful than simply increasing cognitive or physical stimulus, especially when individuals are overtrained or stressed. He also points to the importance of structure in the workday to reduce cognitive overload, suggesting focused, high-quality work periods broken by restorative breaks can enhance productivity and decrease stress. Dr. Wood encourages cultivating meaningful social connections and engaging in complex, enjoyable learning activities as forms of stimulation that foster resilience. Addressing a common modern challenge, Dr. Wood discusses why many people feel mentally exhausted yet unable to relax or fall asleep. He describes cognitive gears, contrasting high-focus deep work, low-focus relaxed states, and a cognitively taxing middle gear characterized by multitasking and constant distractions. Modern work life often traps people in this middle gear, leading to chronic low-level stress and fatigue. This overload prevents true cognitive recovery and fuels a negative cycle, with poor sleep and increased reliance on stimulants or substances such as alcohol, further impairing brain support. To counter this, Dr. Wood advocates for scheduling work time aligned with individual peak focus periods, incorporating breaks to rest and reset cognition, and employing mental offloading strategies like journaling anxiety or to-dos before bedtime. Recognizing accumulated daily stress as a threshold that triggers physical symptoms and mistakes, he stresses frequent micro breaks to prevent reaching this breaking point and preserve mental resources. Drawing from his experience working with Formula One drivers and other elite athletes, Dr. Wood highlights a shared trait, focusing on process over results. This mindset encourages continuous incremental improvements rather than fixation on outcomes that are inherently uncertain. Additionally, recovery and downregulation emerge as priorities at the elite level, illustrating that even the highest performers allocate significant effort to resting and adapting rather than merely accumulating more stimulus. This underscores the vital balance between all three pillars of brain health. Amateur athletes and individuals can learn from this approach by identifying personal priorities, balancing exertion with recovery, and viewing health and performance as dynamic processes rather than fixed goals. Throughout the discussion, Dr. Wood stresses the deeply intertwined nature of lifestyle factors, arguing that change in one domain like sleep quality or exercise will ripple positively into others, such as mood, social engagement, and cognitive function. Contrary to being a burdensome checklist, he portrays brain health as a fluid system where small, enjoyable adjustments can produce disproportionate benefits. This holistic view helps demystify health optimization and counters the paralysis often caused by overwhelming advice. Expanding on earlier points, Dr. Wood links cultural values and social structures to differences in health outcomes, such as variations in aging experiences and symptom reporting. For example, tribes valuing elders' wisdom may have older adults who remain highly active and cognitively engaged, while societies with negative attitudes toward aging see higher decline. Such cultural factors influence not only behavior but physiological markers through psychosocial pathways. Recognizing and fostering positive cultural narratives around aging and cognitive vitality can thus be a powerful aspect of dementia risk reduction at the community level.